Welcome back to the channel. This morning we'll be working on this Allis 416 lawnmower. Got some wiring issues going on with that, and we want to get that thing back to as original as possible, and then we can get it started up and maybe be able to use the thing. So anyway, if that's something that you're interested in seeing, stick around because it's coming up. All right, so one of the first things we need to do is get our battery connections squared away the way that they were originally. I had temporarily connected up some terminals so that we could connect up to a different battery just to make sure I could get this thing started. And I was able to, so we need to get those old battery cables that I added off of there and get that situated. And then we'll set the new battery, which I've got right there, in the cavity. And then I'm just going to kind of trace out some of the wire. There's been a lot of wiring in here that has been spliced onto, and there's some things that are connected, some things that aren't. So we need to kind of figure out what we got going on first before we get the gas tank slid back in the location right here. So anyway, first things first, let's get that taken off and then we'll get the battery set. All right, so I spent the last hour or so just running some new wiring, getting some things cleaned up in here with some new connectors. Pretty much got all that squared away at this point. I need a few switches. I need a light switch, which will be over here. I need the switch for my deck to turn on. This slide ended up testing bad, so I need to replace that. And then lastly will be a two-way switch, one for up and down for the deck. Now I did check the motor on that and it's not working for my lift right down in here, so I'm not sure what my next step is with that at the moment. But anyway, I'll need to do some investigating on that. I've got new wire ran down here, this gray one that runs down to my front clutch, and then just some other new wires that weren't there before up to the lighting. The lighting doesn't look the best in there. I'll probably have to work on that a little bit more once I get my switch and stuff in place. But anyway, at this point, we're pretty much cleared up to set the fuel tank in. I've got it right here, so we'll go ahead and get it set in place and get the fuel line hooked up to it, and then we'll put some fuel in it, and then we should be able to fire this thing up at least, and be able to move it around here. So let's get the fuel tank installed. All right, got my fuel tank back installed, and I went ahead and ran some new fuel line as well down to the carburetor. I've cleaned the carb also, so now we're going to try to get this thing to fire up. I've got my light set up here to check for spark. I've cleaned the points again. I do have a little drip on the bottom of that carburetor bulb, but I can fix that later. So we're going to give this thing a shot here. Lost my spark for some reason. All right, so I've changed out the condenser, and we'll see what happens here. We've got plenty of gas. I've got good spark, and it's just not even trying to fire.
All right, that's going to conclude the video here on the 416 Rewire and test drive. Thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, share the video, and we'll see you next time.